This is where we are, okay? And they try to pass off their science through the healthcare field, saying, well, this is to help mankind themselves. Listen, if you want to help mankind, leave us alone. That's what you do, all right? We don't want your science. Yeah. We don't want nothing from you. Leave us alone. And see, that's what Michael Jackson, even though Michael Jackson was high up, he was talking about that. Leave me alone. Listen, they don't really care about us. Even Michael Jackson said in 2009, with his last, he was about to do his last tour, and he told the people, he said, listen, we only got about 5 years to get this right. What did Michael Jackson know? Okay? See, you have to realize, brothers and sisters, as you go high up that pyramid, the higher you go, the more dark it becomes. And you start seeing things outside of the bubble. And see, Michael Jackson was murdered. A lot of these people were murdered because they come to realize that they are part of the conspiracy that are destroying the woman who bears a man-child. Now, back to the so-called UFOs and how that equates to us today. The invasion happened in the beginning, brothers and sisters. It's no great phenomenon. This is not science fiction. They are here. They've always been here. They have put us in this bubble we call cities and make you think that the world is overpopulated to control us, so that they can control us through their TV and through the internet and through all these different forms of mind control, while they consume the earth and prepare our destruction. That's why cities was constructed in the beginning, because we are too spread out. And if we're not condensed, they cannot control population. The same way, they test this on a lower level in jail. All these people packed together, but you can control the population if you can control their thinking, what they read, what they see. You can control them through their medications and their drugs. All these things are satanic science to keep us controlled so that they can fulfill the prophecy of Revelation, killing the children of Israel. Now, let's bring it up to today. Well, before we bring it to today, I said that I showed you in Ezekiel where there is flying rolls, or there is so-called objects that Ezekiel sees. And it tells you that in the same chapter, let me go there. Ezekiel, the first chapter, it says, when they went upon their four sides, Ezekiel 1:17, and they turned not when they went. As for the rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings was full of eyes round about them four. So it's a circle with eyes all around it, like lights around it. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. What are these wheels Ezekiel seeing? He's seeing activity, or UFO activity. And it says in the 20th verse, whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. So there's a spirit controlling these ships, brothers and sisters. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. So the Most High have a spirit in these wheels, or chariots. And whose went, and it says, when those, I'm at the 21st verse, when those went, these went. And when those stood, he stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels was lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. The spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. So I had to ask a question here. Could it be that living creatures be in some of these wheels that are not connected to the Most High, that are part of Lucifer's band that fell from the heavenly realm? And what I found through the Spirit of the Most High, blew me away. Let's go to the book of Zechariah. So let's see what Zechariah sees. Zechariah 5:1 reads, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So if we seen a flying roll today, we would say, okay, that's a UFO. And he said unto me, What seest thou? Asking Zechariah, what do you see there? And Zechariah turned back and answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. This is about 30 by 15 feet. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stilleth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And it says, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. So the Most High will be sending his chariots to fight against Satan within this earth. We see this. But these are those who have stole the earth. Not too long ago, there was a report about 15 years ago of a so-called UFO that was over Russia that actually started manning their missiles, and they could not control them. They could not control their electronics. They could not control their missiles. And then it stopped. And then the ship left. So sometimes, because we don't have no fight in us, the Most High sent the chariots to fight for us. Okay, these scientists be doing their secret mission to destroy the children of Israel next to these mountains in different places. So the Most High will send a ship, and he'll start a brush fire just to burn the whole thing up to stop their project, to thwart their project and them trying to kill us. He uses ships to do this, and I'm going to prove this. The third verse. Then saith he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stilleth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swears falsely by my name. Now, what people are swearing falsely by the Most High's name? The Jewish powers over there today. So the Most High is using the ships to take them out too, to take out their technology, to thwart their program, because they're being used for the eugenics program to destroy the woman. They're being used to lie against the Most High. They're being used to set up Hollywood, to further deceive the Most High's people through television and all types of deceptions of education. The Most High says, I'm going to send them out to fight against these people who are swearing falsely against me. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, as the stones thereof. What is consuming it with the timber thereof? That starting forest fires, brothers and sisters. So you have to realize we're in the cities. We don't know what they're doing in these little private areas that we're not allowed to go into. But the Most High knows. So the Most High be setting some of these things on fire, knowing their thwarted plans of the fallen angels to fight against us. Then, they be hiding angels and little fallen demons too. They hide this and protect this. So the Most High just go there where they are and burn them out. Then they must go some other place and go to some other mountain. When you read the 6th verse, it's a war, brother. I'm telling you, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right. There's a serious war happening within the earth. The 6th verse reads, And I said, what is it? So Zechariah wanted to know what is it, and most people listening probably say, well, what is this? And he said, this is an ephah that goeth forth. If you know what an ephah is the shape of like a round little bowl. It says, this is an ephah that goeth forth. And he said, moreover, this is the resemblance through all the earth. So this is how it will look through the whole earth. Now listen to this clearly, brothers and sisters. Here's the piece that I was saying that, well, could it be creatures in the other ones? Because we see in Ezekiel that there's a creature that spirits the ones the Most High has. What is the creature that spirits those that Lucifer have used, right? Let me read it. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. Now we know lead is the most dense and heaviest of the metals. So if you were to drop two objects down, lead would actually drop a little, lead is heavier than any other metal. Listen to this clearly, brothers and sisters. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. So what is this speaking of? This is a woman. See, this can confuse people. Well, what woman is Zechariah seeing sitting in the midst of the ephah? Hold this, and we're going to figure out what spirit of a woman is in the ephah. I'm in Revelations. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had, Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed with purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold, and precious stones, and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abominations of the earth. And I saw a woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, listen to this clearly. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and the 10 horns. You know the 7 heads and 10 horns of the 7 mountains of Rome, 10 horns of Europe. Listen to this clearly. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. We know that Satan will go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names was not written in the book of life from the foundations of the world, when they behold, this is clear, the beast that was from the beginning, the serpent, and is not, no one knows where it is, but yet is. And here is the mind. See, it says it was and it is not, because the world have been deceived into believing Satan did not exist. And Satan is the spirit behind the woman, and I'm going to prove that. The 7 heads of 7 mountains, that's Rome, on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, 1 is, and the